Hello guys, it's Michael here, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make a responsive navigation bar using Angular and Angular material. First of all, you need to make sure that we have Angular material installed. If not, you can go to the npm site and search for Angular material. Okay, and we can install it. Basically, it's by copying here the npm install command and place it. Open a new terminal, copy paste that. Okay, so we need to make sure it's installed, and you have the mat Sidenav module important. Mat Sidenav here in the app module. Okay. Secondly, we'll need an additional package, npm package, in order to make the navigation bar responsive. So we need to install the Angular Flex layout. Here you can find it in the npm site. Okay, it's the same process. We're copying the install command here, npm Angular Flex layout. Copying it in, open a new terminal here if you're working with Visual Code, and place the command here and click enter. Now, this is the Navbar. Okay, this is an application of mine. It doesn't matter what this site is about. We only care about here the navigation. So basically, here we have the logo. Okay, with an icon. We have a separator. We have two groups here. One, it's links for the site, exchanges, create user about, some space between, and here here to the right we have the register login, and it changes if we are not logged to the system, to the application. Then we see register and login, and once we're logged in, let me log in to the using the signing with Google. This is Firebase UI. Then once I logged in, then the register and login are replaced with my profile picture. Here the logout. Okay. So if I decrease the size of the browser, you can see that the separator here and the group here, the space between, and the profile and logout links, it's all gone. Okay, and instead of that, in small device size, I have now the hamburger icon. So if I click the icon, we see that all the links are now moved here. Okay, now here. So the exchanges, create user about, the logout. Okay, the logout which was on the right side of the screen, and the profile picture that went to the top. Okay, if you remember these two, the profile and the logout, were next to each other. You see, but in small device size, the profile is on top, and the logout here it's in the bottom. And of course, we have an additional close. Okay, if I log out, and again I'll decrease the size of the screen, you'll see that now the profile is gone. Okay, you can see the profile picture, and the logout link is also gone. And here we have the register login. So here in small size, basically all the links in the toolbar move to the side nav. Okay, and they're placed on top of each other. Each one has its own row. So how did I do that? Let's dive into the code. I'll log again. log myself in again. Before we dive in the code, let's make sure that in the app module we have Sidenav module imported, and also the flex layout. Okay, the flex layout here, it's in the imports among with the Sidenav. It's very important because many bugs occur, and many errors occur because people forgetting to put stuff in the import declaration in the app module. So you need to do that. So let's go to the app component and dive into the code. So first of all, we have the Sidenav container, which is a Angular material element tag, which opens everything, grabs everything, and opens in the full screen. Okay, the Sidenav opens in full screen. What I did was basically playing with show and hide using the Flex Angular package, which we installed, and I did this in the way that when we are in small size, then the Sidenav is presented. You see this one and the link, okay, which is this one, which is the this one, the Sidenav that opens in small size, and it's not visible when we are in medium and large size. So the Toolbar here represents all the elements here, okay, and the Sidenav represents this one. You see the Sidenav in small size. So let's dive into the code. First of all, let's take a look on the Sidenav. As you can see, it's placed in a MatNav list. Again, it's an Angular material tag. It's used by Angular material. Make sure that it's installed in your project. Here we have, on top of that, the profile picture. You see? Here, on top of each other, we have the exchanges create, user, and about. It all has the mat list item, okay, specified in each tag. So this is considered. This is why it's placed basically on top of each other, because it's rendered that way, because we have the mat list item. Okay. Here we have the register, login, and logout, which is this section below the about. If we are authenticated, then you'll see logout. If we are not authenticated, then you see the login, and after that you'll see the register, and after that you'll see the login below the register link. Okay, and of course we have the mat icon of the close. We have the close right here, the link of the close in order to close the Sidenav. And you can see here it says the command Sidenav toggle. Okay, so we have a template reference here. So it says it's called Sidenav. So if you want to close it, we can approach it like this. You see this, the close icon, Sidenav toggle, and it's gonna close it. You see, if I click here close, it's closed. So this is the Sidenav. Let's dive into the second element inside the Sidenav container. Here we have the Mat Toolbar. Okay, it has a tag of Mat Toolbar row, which means that this is in one row. It's placed in one row. This makes sure that all the elements here if we are in medium and large size, that they're all placed in one row. So all the elements are placed aside each other, next to each other in a row. So the first element here is the button. Okay, it has the mat icon button, which is also an angular fire directive, which means that you should render this as a mat icon button. And here we have the event, which says open the side nav. Okay, this is the hamburger. This button is the hamburger button in small size. So if I'll decrease the size again, the browser size again, this is this button, you see. So this one's basically toggles. It goes to the local reference here. You see this, the name of the mat Sidenav, and basically order it. This event tells it to open the mat Sidenav like this. You see, this is the event. Click Sidenav toggle, and what we have here, you see, this line, marked line, means first of all, this line is available because we installed and imported the Angular Flex, okay, the Angular Flex layout, and this marked line means that this hamburger button should be hidden in largest in sizes larger than small, greater than small. So this hamburger icon, hamburger button, will be only visible in small sizes, but will be hidden in sizes greater than small, which means medium and large sizes. And you can see that it's true. Okay, if I increase the size of the browser, the icon is suddenly gone. Okay, the hamburger icon is gone, and therefore we cannot open the mat Sidenav. We can't open. It's not available here. It's not shown. It's not shown in here. Only if I make it again small, then the hamburger is shown, and therefore the hamburger, if the hamburger icon is shown, then you can open the Sidenav. Okay. So here, after that, we have the logo. Okay, this is the name, the text of the logo, and the icon of the logo. Okay, and after that we have another div. Okay, and this div contains the separator, two no breaking spaces. Okay, the separator and the links, exchanges, create, user, and about, and profile picture. This is one group, the exchanges, create, user, and about, and another div, which is another group, which contains the profile picture, the login, the register, the login, and the logout. So basically, this div contains both divs, which represent this group and this group. Okay, sorry, the separator, this group, this div group, and this group. Okay, yeah, no, sorry again, I'm meaning this group, okay, and this group. So this div contains both of them. You can see both divs. And if we take a look at the wrapping div, we have these attributes here, and this marked line means that this div should only be shown in sizes medium and large. And we can see it here. fx show true, and fx hide if it's less than medium. So in small sizes, we don't want to show this group and this group, and it will be hidden. So, and it's true, okay, because this div contains the first group, which is this one, and the second group, which contains the profile and the logout links. And if we were not authenticated, it contains the register and login links. And we have, and that's really true. So if I decrease the size, you can see that now it's gone. This div is gone. So let me increase it again. You can see it's visible. These two and these 4 elements. If I decrease it, it's gone. So we basically created responsiveness. It's fully responsive, okay? Because we don't want to show these links in large sizes, in small sizes, okay? So this is what I did. So if I press F12 here, no, sorry, that's not this, not that. If I'll take a look at the through the browser in the toggle device toolbar, okay, you can see that in random devices it's responsive, okay. In iPhone it's responsive, in Pixel 2, you see. So in small sizes of tablets and phones, we don't want to show all these toolbar spread it, okay. So that's it. Now, how did I create the separation between the two divs? As we saw right now, that we have this one, or this div that wraps everything, which is hidden in small sizes, but in medium and large sizes it's visible. And we have this group and this group. So how I created this space between them? Let's take a look. Here we have the wrapping container. We have the first group and the second group. And I gave the wrapping container a class of Navbar. Here we have the class of Navbar, and it says display flex. Okay, it should be only in flex layout in CSS. And the justify content should be space between, which means that if we have div, which is the wrapping div, with display flex and the space between, then if we have div and another div, you'll have space between them, okay. The browser will calculate it as space between the two groups, okay. So, but if I could make something, if I wanted, I could make something like justify content. What we have here, space around, for example. Let Angular render it. And you can see right now that we have a space around the elements. So the space between the objects, between the elements, is calculated in a different way. So you can play with it however you want. That's what's great about it, okay? If we take a look, if we take the force of Angular material and combine it with CSS, we can modify a lot of things. Another way to play with that, of course, is to check the element, okay? If I toggle the device's mode, and basically check here one of the elements. I can play with that, I can, this is the wrapping one. You see the FX height less than medium, which means this is not shown in small sizes, what I explained to you a minute ago. And I can basically play with that. So space evenly. Here now the browser calculated the space between the object, sorry, to be equal, and I can play with this however I want. Okay, I can take everything to the left. You have tons of possibilities here. Okay, so this is it pretty much. And we need to remember that here we have the separator and the logo. Okay, this one, the Navbar, also contains the display flex, which is rendered in a row as a default state, as default rendered in a row, which means elements are placed next to each other in a row. And also, above that, I have the matte toolbar row. So basically, it's 100% guaranteed that we have all the elements placed in a row. So that's it.